Or adjustments. The artist will say, yeah, that doesn't look right, or the person asking for the commission might say, I want some changes made. When they finally reach an agreement on that clay model, then the artist is going to cover it with plaster of Paris. Waits for that to dry and harden. Then he'll carefully cut that off. The inside, that clay model, he doesn't need that anymore. That's just kind of shoved to the side. Because now he has that mold, that original plaster of Paris mold, that he can use dozens of times if he wants to replicate the piece. And sometimes they do that. They make multiple or something. Takes that plaster of Paris mold, puts it back together, and into that he's going to pour liquid hot wax. He's going to wait a couple days for that to harden. Then he's going to carefully remove that plaster of Paris mold again. Now he's going to take that wax mold and he's going to work on it, remove all the blemishes. It's called chasing. You're really improving the quality of it. Now that's done. And so you take that clay model, and what you're going to do, wax model, you're going to cover it with a silica sand mixture. And you're going to get that on there real thick. And that's going to harden. And you let that sit for a couple of days till it's good and hard, just hard as rock. Then you're going to heat it up. And all that wax is just going to come pouring out. And they usually save it in a bucket and reuse it. Now you have a reverse mold, that sand and silica mold. It's hard, like I said, hard as rock. Into that, you're now going to pour your liquid bronze. Bronze being 90% copper, 10% other metals, and it's about 3,000 degrees. So you're pouring that into that mold. And now you'll set that aside. It might sit for weeks till it finally cools enough. Then you're going to take hammer, chisel, file, sandpaper, and you're going to pound all of that sand and silica off. And then you're going to repeat that chasing process to remove all those blemishes. So when you see a piece like this was not poured in one mold. It's just too big. So what the artists and the folks at the foundry will do, perhaps from the knees down, that will be one pour or one mold. Maybe from the knees to the waist, that's another one. The torso, another one. Each arm, another one. So you've got all these separate pieces. This is when those men and women at the foundry become so important. They're artisans in their own right. Because as we go through the garden, you're going to want to look at the different bronzes, and you'll look and you'll say, no, that's one piece. There's no weld marks. I can't see anything on it. That's right. That's how good they are. They remove everything so that it all looks as though it was poured in